The balance between your professional life and your family life.
Yeah.
How difficult has that been?
It's a conscious effort every day.
For decades, Donny Osmond has been a household name, a singer, dancer, and entertainer who has spent most of his life in the spotlight. From his early days performing with the Osmonds to his legendary partnership with his sister, Marie, Donny has built a career filled with unforgettable moments. But while fans have followed his every move, there's one part of his life that has remained a mystery: his wife, Debbie Osmond. What really goes on behind the scenes of their marriage? Why has Debbie chosen to stay out of the public eye? Join as we uncover the truth behind the reason why Donny's wife is not always seen with him. A puppy love that lasts a long time. Donny Osmond and his wife Debbie have been together for many years, but their love story started as teenagers. The two first met when they were young, and it took Donny 3 years to win her over before they finally tied the knot in 1978. Their marriage has indeed been a happy coalition of love, family, and uncompromising, loving commitment to each other. Over the years, Donny and Debbie created an idyllic life, raising together 5 sons: Donny Jr., Jeremy, Brandon, Chris, and Josh. The Osmonds family grew as their own children developed families of their own, blessing them with 14 grandchildren. All the while, Donny has never turned a deaf ear to expressing just how special his wife is to him. In a 2022 interview with People, he shared that Debbie had been his rock, giving his life stability and keeping him grounded. Their love story had an interesting beginning. In a 2016 Facebook post, Donny looked back at how they met, revealing a fun twist. Not only was Debbie the most popular cheerleader in town, but she actually dated his brother Jay before him. Winning her over wasn't easy, and it took 3 years of effort before she finally agreed to marry him. One of Donny's most cherished memories with Debbie goes back to 1976, when he planned something truly special for her 17th birthday. In an interview with Utah Valley magazine, he shared how much he wanted their first kiss to last a lifetime. Having the information that Debbie was not so easygoing, he went all out, thus chartering a party limo, then booking a table for a romantic dinner at the Sundance Tree Room. But the night didn't end there. After dinner, he surprised her with a scavenger hunt that eventually led them to Utah Lake. The final clue was a little different. It required her to come back to the limo and get the last hint from him. But there was a catch. She could only receive it if she gave him a kiss. When she finally did, Donny later described the moment as pure magic, saying it felt like fireworks. While their romance seemed like a fairy tale, what really held their marriage together? A supportive partner. 2 years after their unforgettable dinner date and first kiss, Donny Osmond and Debbie then took the next step in their relationship. In 1978, Don and Debbie then exchanged their vows and began their lifelong relationship as husband and wife. In 2020, as Valentine's Day was fast approaching, Donny, as an act of public celebration, publicly expressed his love to his wife through a moving tribute. He described her as the absolute love of his life and shared how grateful he was for the role she continues to play in their family. He mused over the fact that not only had she been his wife,
When I got into a relationship with my wife,
but also his best friend and only confidant. Raising 5 sons and managing their house and family life, spending time with their multiplying number of grandchildren, and managing their business, Debbie made it work somehow. Donny also confessed that he often wondered about it, recognizing the resulting strength and commitment that kept it all in check. Throughout his career, Donny has never been shy about crediting Debbie for holding their family together, especially during times when his work kept him away. He has, on many occasions, confided how difficult it must have been for her both to manage the housework, while he was always on tour and at work. In his 2020 Valentine's Day message, he reflected on how much he appreciated her unwavering support, calling her the glue that kept their family strong. He believed that their marriage was truly a partnership, with Debbie being his teammate in every possible way.
We live our lives like.
Yeah, it is our life.
They have even known their children more through Debbie's contribution to the stabilization of the family. Their son, Chris, who appeared on Claim to Fame, once told people that although he had the advantages of having a celebrated father, he and his brothers lived a fairly normal childhood. He attributed the credit to their mother, who protected them from the storms of celebrity fame, so that they could live a normal childlike childhood. Donny and Debbie's love story is not just about romance, but also about dedication, teamwork, and the kind of deep bond that only grows stronger with time. Did Donny ever have to go through any experience that tested his love and marriage? Debbie, the anchor of Donny Osmond's life. Fame has been part of Donny Osmond's life for most of his adult life, but it has not always been for the good. He's experienced the euphoric peaks of superstardom and the crippling depths of professional failure. And through it all, his wife Debbie was his anchor. In an interview on The Drew Barrymore Show, Donny shared openly about one of the most difficult periods in his career, which he now calls his dark years.
The dark years, because I was going through some really dark times.
He spoke of dealing with the fallout from the failure of his Broadway play, Little Johnny Jones, and his efforts to navigate the next stage. He confessed that it was Debbie who got him out of that bad spot by staying with him and giving him emotional support when the future seemed uncertain. Over the years, he developed a system for making choices, always putting his family first. He shared that whenever he faces a big decision, the first thought that crosses his mind is how it will impact his wife. The second thought is about his children. The third is about his grandchildren.
We love our children and our grandkids.
Yeah.
And only after all of those considerations does he think about himself. If every one of those factors aligns in a positive way, then he moves forward. He attributed this attitude to a major cause of the longevity of his marriage to Debbie. He agreed that she will always remain the topic in first place, though he thanked himself that ultimately there are still things he can do that he likes. In a 2022 People interview, Donny shared about why Debbie has been such a significant influence in his life.
She's part of me, so I respect her, I love her.
He describes her as someone who simplifies the turmoil of his life. It had taken him the better part of a lifetime to move around on the treacherous and sometimes unpredictable terrain of show business, but Debbie gave him the very thing he craved: stability. He explained that she has always been the one to keep him grounded, no matter how overwhelming things became, seeing as he loved his wife so much.
There's a bond here that will never be broken.
Why was he now hiding her? The love story Hollywood couldn't capture. For over 40 years, Donny Osmond and his wife Debbie have written a love story grounded in trust, dedication, and a firm resolve to keep their bond out of the public eye. While Donny has lived most of his life under the public gaze performing on stages worldwide, Debbie has opted for a more low-key existence, choosing to remain out of the limelight and concentrate on their family. Donny and Debbie in their 60s have now witnessed their children become young adults and establish their own families. They are proud grandparents of 14 grandchildren and cherish that role. Despite Donny's career keeping him in the public eye for decades, he and Debbie have made a deliberate choice to shield their private lives from constant public scrutiny. In 2020, Donny posted a moving post on social media, giving insight into his marriage for the first time in a long while. He posted a picture of himself with Debbie and wrote about her importance in his life. He said that even after almost 42 years of marriage, she remained his soulmate. He recalled that they made a decision as partners to keep their home and life private from the media and show business. He described Debbie as more than his wife. Through the years, she had grown to be his closest friend and most trusted confidant, the person he could always rely on for backing, guidance, and motivation. Though she didn't chase fame, her role in his life proved remarkable. Donny has frequently spoken about the crucial role Debbie has played in his career progress and further expressed that they chose to keep their love story private, not because they wanted to hide it, but to protect the special connection they had. How exactly did Donny's career start? More than just a pretty face. Donny Osmond has dedicated his life to the entertainment industry, growing from a child star into a skilled performer known for his music, television roles, and success in reality shows. Born December 9, 1957, Ogden, Utah, to a musical family of 9 children from a musical home, he was a musician. His parents, Olive May and George Verl Osmond, instilled a hard work ethic and strong belief in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Raised in a musical environment from a young age, Donny sang with his older brothers, Alan, Wayne, Merrill, and Jay, in a vocal group, the Osmonds. Combined, they composed songs that rose the charts to produce gold albums and top 10 hits between the late 1960s and the early 1970s. Donny shot into the spotlight with a career as a solo artist before the start of the 1970s, and more fame by a string of chart-crushing hits. Donny's achievements weren't limited to music. In 1976, he and his sister, Marie Osmond, became widely known with their variety show, Donny Marie. This show aired until 1979 and was a major hit, establishing them as one of America's favorite entertainment duos. Their chemistry extended beyond television. They produced hit songs, released best-selling albums, and hosted a talk show from 1998 to 2000, which received a Daytime Emmy nomination. Donny and Marie later showed their lasting draw with a Las Vegas show at Flamingo, Las Vegas. Initially planned as a brief engagement, it turned into an impressive 11-year run, confirming their status as entertainment legends. They ended the show in 2019. However, they thrilled audiences for over 10 years. Besides music and television, Donny also has the reality show evidence to his credit. He displayed his dancing talent on Dancing with the Stars in 2009, coming first as a contestant of the 9th season and proving to be able to captivate the public in a different direction. 10 years later, in 2019, he surprised his fans when he competed in the first season of The Masked Singer.
You do a crazy show like this because it's fun!
And was crowned the runner-up in the final. He also indulged in game show hosting, having been the host of Pyramid from 2002 to 2004, sharing with the public his trademark showmanship. Despite more than half a century living in the limelight, Donny's early life held some distinctive aspects, apart from music. As a child, he developed an interest in ham radio and even held a license under the call sign KA7EVD. While his passion for radio didn't turn into a career, it reflected the curiosity and drive that have defined his journey. Donny Osmond still enjoys celebrity status today, with a career spanning more than 6 decades. From his early days as a teen idol to his time as a reality show champion, he has continually reinvented himself while staying true to his roots. What was it like for Donny going to the entertainment industry? Donny Osmond's journey to fame. As a young boy, Donny Osmond's rise to fame began with his brothers through the Osmonds. The Osmond Band achieved great success, while George Osmond, their father, worked behind the scenes to propel them forward. As he entered his 60s, Donny realized the profound impact his father had on both himself and his older brothers during their early years together. In Larger Than Life, the MTV Entertainment Studios documentary Reign of the Boy Bands featured Donny discussing his father's role in developing their work ethic. As a young boy, he watched his older brothers repeatedly practice their harmonies until they achieved perfection. His father's military background as an Army sergeant shaped the strict discipline with which he raised his children. Donny confessed he always wanted to meet his father's expectations. The Osmonds achieved chart-topping success, but didn't have time to celebrate. Donny reported that their father sent them right back to rehearsals to master a new song while maintaining their progress. Their father's strong influence helped them achieve success, although his presence could become overwhelming at times. The young artist Donny saw many parallels between his own career path and that of the Jackson family. He observed the uncanny resemblance between the Osmonds and the Jackson Five. The Osmonds and Jackson Five both had 9 children each, and shared the fact that Donny and Michael were both 7th children, while their mothers celebrated the same birthday. Michael and he shared the same birth year and lived through identical levels of fame, while experiencing identical pressures from the entertainment industry during their youth. Donny and Michael formed their friendship,
And Mike and I would laugh about it all the time.
that would bring them comfort throughout their years together. The two friends spent many occasions together, sharing memories and enjoying their life parallels. Michael shared with Donny that he had only one person who got his childhood experience. Their shared background ran deep because they spent their childhoods under public scrutiny and spent every day working and carrying the burden of fame. Donny recalled his final phone call with Michael, which occurred before his fatal death in June 2009. Michael placed a phone call to Donny, although he initially refused to provide his current location until Donny kept pushing him. Michael eventually disclosed his Phoenix location, where he used a tour bus rental to travel with his children across the country. He revealed to Donny his location because he was hiding. Donny responded by offering Michael an opportunity to meet him. Michael learned from Donny that Utah lay 9 hours down the road, while Donny proposed that Michael should bring his children for playtime and swimming sessions. He assured Michael that both he and his wife would open their doors to the family, and the visit would enable them to have a small taste of typical family activities. Donny reported that Michael expressed his need for such an opportunity at that particular moment. But sadly, he never made the trip. Donny recognized that the entertainment business proved challenging for children performers who needed to mature while being watched by the public. The entertainment industry would have destroyed him if not for his family support, according to Donny. His father enforced strict discipline which protected him from straying off course. He remained thankful for having Michael because he completely grasped what living in the entertainment industry meant for him. Did joining show business at such a young age impact his childhood? Donny Osmond's wild ride. Donny Osmond feels a strong contrast between his grandchildren's carefree playtime and his own childhood experiences when he observes them playing. Show business under stage lights replaced his opportunity to experience carefree days since his early years. During his conversation with Closer magazine, Donny Osmond described his experience of watching his grandchildren play by remembering his own stage performances with legendary entertainers, including Bob Hope at a young age. The knowledge strikes him powerfully about the extreme difference between his unordinary child experiences and typical childhood routines. The experience of childhood development meant something completely different to Donny than it did to typical children. His childhood consisted only of endless rehearsals, followed by live performances, while he dedicated himself to mastering his art. He mentioned his childhood was completely dedicated to performing hard work.
It's challenging. All those hours in the rehearsal hall in front of the mirrors and dancing and singing.
Because he danced in front of mirrors for long hours and practiced piano harmonies and checked notes for precision. He acknowledged his unusual upbringing was necessary because the extreme training developed his strength to thrive in the entertainment field for 6 decades. Despite numerous challenges, he has managed to stay strong to this day. Despite reaching 60 years of age, Donny continues to exert power in his industry. During his Las Vegas residency at Harrah's, Donny achieved multiple awards in 2023 as the best headliner.
Best headliner in Las Vegas.
His current feeling of accomplishment exceeds what he would have experienced during his youth because he had previously lost everything. His journey to regain success after loss elevated the value of his ultimate triumph. Donny has lived and breathed in show business ever since he can recall. The Andy Williams Show became their home base when the group performed there continuously from 1962 to 1967. During his childhood, Donny spent most of his time among famous entertainers, instead of playing with peers his age, because other children his age enjoyed outdoor games with friends. When he looked back at his childhood, he realized it was marked by unusual circumstances. His closest companions during childhood consisted of major figures from the entertainment world rather than his neighborhood peers. He considered the situation positively because it let him witness firsthand the show business industry. Andy Williams took a special role in his life by becoming his father figure, who taught him essential singing techniques, including breath control for performances. The life lessons which he learned at that time continued to influence his professional journey. In addition to Andy Williams, Donny encountered numerous famous industry professionals. Watching Elvis Presley during a show left an indelible impression on him because Elvis effortlessly seized audience attention. Donny felt blessed to receive personal training under entertainment legends like Bob Hope, Milton Berle, and Jerry Lewis. According to him, these valuable lessons about performance could not be learned at any university because they came directly from legendary performers. How was he able to survive the fame at such a young age? A sibling bond that took over TV. Donny Osmond and Marie started their close relationship when they were young children, which eventually influenced their professional paths beyond their expectations. Donny spent most of his time with Marie during their childhood because their older brothers pursued their performances. Donny recalled those homebound days with Marie as his favorite as their brothers hit the road for shows, while Donny and Marie played together in their backyard. Their deep friendship developed into the widely beloved television show that America watched together. Audiences could not overlook the connection between Donny and Marie when their television show aired from 1976 to 1979. Viewers strongly reacted to the siblings' performances, so it was no wonder the program turned into a massive success. During an interview, Donny described their partnership as natural because he viewed them as siblings who shared a friendship that began when they were children. The pair maintained their natural interactions without scripts because they were simply being authentic, which brought a genuine touch to the show. Donny already had solid experience in the entertainment business when Donny and Marie began airing on television. Donny had dedicated numerous years both to music creation and live performances before Donny and Marie launched. Donny revealed how at age 12, everything became clear to him about music. He recorded One Bad Apple at this point, which made him fully comprehend music rather than relying on memory for lyrics and choreography. Performing used to be a duty, but Donny discovered his genuine love for music after recording that particular song. The #1 success of One Bad Apple led Donny to take the lead vocal spot in the Osmonds, which resulted in hits such as Go Away Little Girl and Puppy Love. Through these songs, Donny earned the status of teen idol, which gained him millions of young female fans. His remarkable success brought unexpected difficulties to his life. He later revealed that while females worshipped him, teenage males displayed a negative reaction to his fame. Rolling Stone magazine released a scathing article that became one of the most challenging incidents in his early professional life. He remembered the magazine released an article during his 15th or 16th year, which declared his birthday as the worst day in rock and roll history. The severe criticism from Rolling Stone magazine affected him deeply, despite his many fans. The Nashville Arena show became a highlight for him because the audience's intense volume of screaming became a physical obstacle for him to perform. The newspaper reviews that morning completely destroyed him, even though the audience had been clearly thrilled with his performance. Donny and Marie established a new pinnacle of fame for Donny by capitalizing on his existing popularity. Through the show, Donny obtained opportunities to collaborate with entertainment icons who had been his childhood idols. Do you think Donny and Debbie's love story would be different if she decided to be in public? Do you think Donny will ever fully step away from the spotlight to spend more time with Debbie? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the next video showing on your screen. You will enjoy it.